Welcome to the Notes and Solutions for day 17 of our GCSE 5 a day. We start with two questions with this number machine, which has rules that we're going to follow. And we're going to start going left to right because we're asked to convert 75 miles, 75, and then we're asked to divide that by 5. Okay, so we see that's 15, and then we're asked to multiply that by 8, and that's going to give us our answer. Note that on the calculator at this point, I'm just going to press times 8, and you can see that it's lifted with this answer. It's lifted the previous answer that I had, which is 15. This is the answer 120. I think we've been doing our 5 a days long enough to know that we need the units in our answer. Now in question 2, we're given the value in kilometres and we need to work out the value in miles. Now we're going to do that by putting our machine into reverse and using inverse operations. So the inverse of multiplying by 8 is to divide by 8, and the inverse of dividing by 8 is multiplying by 8. So we're going to divide by 8, so 40 divided by 8 is 5. 5 times 5, out comes the answer 25. So again, let's remember our units, 25 miles. Question 3, we're being asked to multiply by a negative number. So we've got positive times negative, which is negative. So that is negative 24. If you need to go and practice that on Century, please do that. And just remember that when we're multiply two positives, we get a positive. Multiply a positive and a negative, we get a negative. Negative and positive, we get a negative. Two negatives, we get a positive. Okay, now we're asked for the cube root. Now, some of us remember the square root of 64 is 8 because 8 squared equals 64. But what we're after here is the cube root of 64, which equals 4 because 4 cubed equals 64. So 64 is both a cube and square number. In this instance, our answer is 4. And if you want to go and practice with your square and cube roots, go to Century Nugget 12.05, please. Okay, when we see that we've got estimation, this should be shouting at us that we're being asked to do some rounding. And that rounding happens before we do the calculation, not after we do the calculation. So I'm going to round these numbers here, 87.8 to one significant figure, 90 times 2 divided by 0.2. Now, just to make it a little bit clearer for you, I'm going to multiply top and bottom by 10 here to get rid of that decimal. So I've done the same thing to the top as I did to the bottom. So that remains balanced. I've got 20 divided by 2 here, which is 10. So that's 90 times 10 equals 900. And we should be looking to do questions like this. Yes, we might check this on a calculator, but when we're estimating, it's broadly going to be a calculation that we should be able to do quite quickly and hopefully with our mental arithmetic. So we've got several bits going on here, some estimation nuggets to try are 9.11 and 9.12. If you needed help with that initial rounding to one significant figure, then the nugget that you're looking for is 9.05. Okay, so that's the end of our notes and solutions for day 17. I hope you're enjoying your 5 a day and finding them useful. Please try to do them every day between now and your GCSEs.